Red Bull is beating all the other Formula One drivers this season. Their drivers, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, top the charts of the drivers. With the British Grand Prix coming up this weekend, Red Bull implement some crucial updates to the RB18. Hi Formula One lover, welcome again. We are going to reveal which upgrade the RB18 will have at the British Grand Prix, so check out the whole video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon to get access on the newest Formula One news. With that being said, let's dive in. The British Grand Prix, which will be hosted at Silverstone this weekend, has historically marked a turning point in the season due of its calendar placement. Exactly 1 week before the Austrian Grand Prix, the 11th of 22 races, and the exact midpoint of the Formula One World Championship. The Northamptonshire track is very technical with bends, like the renowned maggots, becketts, and chapel corners that the Formula One cars will encounter for the first time in 2022. Due to the downfalls produced by the presented flaws that take advantage of the ground effect, is it possible that their speeds through that portion of the track will be noticeably higher than in the past 7 of the 10 teams? Red Bull has overseen a significant package of improvements to the RB18 that, in the opinion of the engineers working under Adrian Newey, could address certain minor performance flaws before the race at Silverstone. Red Bull Racing may be in a good place right now, but there is still work to be done. The RB18's drive system appears to be at the heart of the reliability issues that forced both Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez to retire twice. Another issue is still the Red Bull car's weight. While the car had significantly reduced its excess weight, Marco says that it still weighs roughly 5 kilograms more than the Ferrari. The opposing car is essentially at the minimum weight according to the Red Bull advisor. Several teams are anticipated to provide updates at Silverstone. Mercedes stated that it will do this, while Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto stated that he anticipated Red Bull Racing to do the same. Marco affirms that this is the truth, but he declines to provide any information regarding the size of the update package. It's also good logistically because the factory is situated in Milton Keynes, close to Silverstone. Marco anticipates that the competition will be much closer than it was in Canada at the British Grand Prix. The Austrian anticipates that Mercedes in particular will be able to make a move because of Silverstone's tricky surface. Additionally, he anticipates that tire performance will be important. So what about those upgrades for Red Bull? What can we expect to see from the Milton Keynes-based team? In fact, rumors say that several of the car's components have been modified over the previous 3 months to achieve a functional and weight optimization. The changes won't just be aerodynamic in nature. The construction of the bottom, the orientation of the carbon fiber to provide maximum rigidity without the use of additional tie rods, and the design of the lower channel will all be new. Since its introduction, this RB18 component has been unique due to the variable lower venturi tunnel sections and the fact that their internal profile is not continuous but instead is disguised by visible steps in the evolution that was first used in Spain. This factor developed an obvious surface hump that hides a lower vertical profile that serves as a flow diverter. The improvement in this car's performance over time was mostly due to the optimization of the lower flows, but at Silverstone the most recent evolution should also serve as a reliable foundation for the lower aerodynamic design of the RB90, with the current car nearly free of bouncing. Red Bull's understanding of the porpoising phenomenon was quite good from the start of the season. The crew was able to benefit from information gathered at the beginning of the season and has learned from extremely realistic simulations that would have defined the final profile of the RB18's bottom, which will be unveiled this weekend. It is important because this will take place at Silverstone, following the FIA's Technical Directive 39 introduction at the Canadian Grand Prix. Red Bull and Ferrari, albeit with distinctly different approaches and visual outcomes, both successfully managed purposing without having to sacrifice the performance of their cars, and both vigorously objected to this beginning with the first race of the season. The Red Bull floor has been distinguished by a unique profiling of the interior edge of the venturi channels together, with clear steps that determine a unique management of the lower flows for extremely precise flow and under-pressure management. The version that will be unveiled at Silverstone will present an even more extreme internal profile in the discontinuities. The DRS actuator on the RB18 had issues in Baku, so a new DRS actuator will be unveiled at the British Grand Prix. With an updated version of the rear wing, the updates will help Red Bull dominate even more of the race to come, with Max Verstappen already sitting 46 points clear at the top of the driver's standings. What are your thoughts on these updates? Will Red Bull beat all the other drivers, or do you think they will not provide enough performance? The huge Formula One championship lead, held by Max Verstappen, is a result of both Ferrari's blatant wastefulness and the reigning world champions' overachievement this year. In the 2022 Formula One season, Verstappen had 2 poles versus Leclerc's 6, but when it comes to race wins, the numbers are the opposite. In fact, Ferrari has wasted so many opportunities that Verstappen has won more races from Leclerc's pole positions in Miami, Spain, and Azerbaijan than Leclerc himself in Bahrain and Australia, with Verstappen winning 5 of them. Red Bull has now won 6 straight races. After its victory in the Canadian Grand Prix, the net result is that Verstappen now leads Leclerc in the World Championship by 49 points, even though the Ferrari has been faster on Saturdays, about 0.25% better. In the dry sessions, Verstappen has pushed far ahead of them all in the current championship. This despite the fact he himself retired from the first 3 races twice. Verstappen is not entirely satisfied with the RB18 since it has an understeering balance that places an artificial cap on its performance over a single lap, even though it occasionally surpasses other cars' lap times. But what will happen if Red Bull makes its car just a little bit more potent? If Verstappen can win this many races and amass this large of a points advantage while contending with certain restrictions, it's not a mirage that Perez has been able to run with Verstappen this season. Rather, it's an example of a car with a somewhat lower ceiling limiting Verstappen and a more natural balance helping Perez get to that limit quicker. There are some situations in which Verstappen has struggled, most notably the unique features of the Monaco and Baku tracks, which featured numerous short, slow turns and call for a rotation that Perez was simply able to execute more rapidly. Even yet, Verstappen eventually made it. He was substantially faster than Perez in Baku race and was definitely going to be faster than Perez on the second lap in Monaco Q3 before Perez crashed. Verstappen has undoubtedly been unsatisfied in past qualifying sessions this year, but only in Monaco and Azerbaijan could it be argued that he truly struggled to the point where he was exposed to Perez. He is generally getting the best use out of his car. The potential is just frequently less than the Ferraris over 1 lap. We know that if Red Bull can add a little more bite to the RBA team's front end, Verstappen will be able to take it to a level few, if any, can match. The fact remains that Verstappen has won more races this season, starting from second row of the grid, than the first. Of course, Ferrari's own problems have played a role in that. But when he becomes a bigger threat in qualified, his competitors should be quite concerned, even if Ferrari stops being so wasteful. Verstappen will be a competitor that it will be difficult to defeat if he's given more opportunities to start from pole. What are your expectations for the upcoming races? If you are a Formula One fan, hit the like button, and most importantly, if you don't want to miss any of our Formula One content, you should subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. If you do that, you'll never miss any video of Formula One. See you in the next one. Until then, have a wonderful day. Oh wait, before you go, will Red Bull win this race? Answer in the comment below.